Hey guys, what's up? This is Lasercorn from Mahalo Video Games, bringing you another game from the MLG 2010 in Dallas. This one going to be TLO against Huck. Teammates now, these two, and really two of my favorite players. TLO is always innovative in his play. I remember back when he used to play Terran and he used to call down mules at random parts of the map to repair his units, his banshees and whatnot. And Huck, famous for his Protoss play, especially his Mothership Rush, which he will occasionally deploy based on suggestions from the crowd. So two very, very interesting players, and this is going to be a great game, I'm sure. And I want to take a minute here to plug the Lasercorn Challenge. I know I've been plugging it in every game, but still trying to get as many people as possible involved and get the word out. You just gotta email your Battle.net name and character code to lasercorn@mahalo.com. That's lasercorn with an S, not a Z. And I pick one player, they play against me, and if they win, they get a $40 gift card. And if they lose, then I mock you in my cast and put you up on YouTube. I promise not to be too mean. Maybe. And looks like we got nothing on the production tab right now for TLO. Oh, yep, he's throwing down his hatchery. He was saving up for that. And so his natural is going to go up unimpeded. So no pylon or anything coming out of Huck. Stand-up guy, that Huck. And it looks like we're going to have a drone coming in here and going to harass this gateway. And it looked like he took the gateway down, but that would have to be a super probe to do that. And look at this. We've got pylons going up here, blocking these drones from getting off the ramp. It's a pylon block off, and he does have a forge. That's why he canceled that gateway. Huck says the crowd goes wild. That's why he canceled that gateway, so he would have more money to put down cannons. So he got his forge up, and actually that gateway may have tricked TLO into thinking he was safe. And your pylon dies. So Huck does love the crowd, and wow, trash talk between these two players already getting interesting. And TLO is trying to take down this cannon, but there is another cannon right here coming up, and if this cannon gets done, it'll be big trouble for TLO. And even if it doesn't get up, this is a lot of time these drones are spending not mining but dealing with this cannon rush, and it looks like the cannon rush will fail. Excellent play by TLO to defend Huck's initial cheesiness. Wow, I really love how Huck plays. He's always interesting, keeps things lively. Huck gonna throw down a quick expansion now, and let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at mineral wise. Both players, well, no, I'm sorry, Liquid TLO a little bit ahead, but he is ahead now, but he lost some mining time earlier when all those drones were concentrated on these pylons and that cannon rush. So I think we're going to see things evening out here, and I don't think Huck got himself too far behind with that failed cannon rush. And even he's going to use a few cannons to defend here, so he figures, hey, I got the forge, I might as well use those cannons to protect my expansion. Good play. Some Zerglings moving out across the field now. No metabolic boost on them yet, so they're slowlings. And they're not going to be able to, well, even if they do get up in the main, enough probes will swarm and eventually destroy those Zerglings if they avoid getting picked off by this cannon. And one of them goes down. Both of the Zerglings down before they even get up the ramp. And his expansion will come up. So Huck's on 2 bases, TLO's on 2 bases, and looks like a probe coming in here to scout, see what TLO is up to. And not much. Just a spawning pool and an extractor in his base. Oh, but look at this. TLO deciding he's going to take the gold expansion. That's an interesting play. If he manages to hold on to that, it will shoot him ahead in economy, and he'll have a definite advantage over his teammate, Huck. Huck, meanwhile, with this very interesting kind of extended wall, the extended wall-off as I call it, because it's not a wall-off on your ramp here, it's a wall-off that kind of comes down here and forces units into a choke before they can get to your main base, almost a tower defense type of thing. And some Zerglings here harassing the pylon, but to no avail. Metabolic boost on the way for those Zerglings. We've got a warp gate technology coming out for Huck, being chrono boosted here at the Cyber Core. And there's Zerglings coming in, but a sentry gonna tag that Zergling with a little bit of a, I don't know what, prismatic beam or something? Disruption beam is what they're calling it now. And those Zerglings do need to not get themselves into too much trouble too early. So that expansion is up at the gold, and drones are being main-outed over there. He's got both the Xel'Naga watchtowers, so he's going to see anything that comes close to this expansion well before it gets there. TLO sitting in a pretty good position right now. And here we go. We've got Huck moving out across the map. If he takes this tower, he'll know something's up. So he should run up there. Yes, he is going to take it. And let's check his vision real quick. And he knows it's there. He's got to take it down now before the economic advantage is too great. And before the spine crawler comes up, preferably. Force field's going down, cutting off a few of those Zerglings and forming a nice choke point here that the Zerg will have to fight through in order to get to Huck's units. And it looks like he is going to try his damnedest to defend this expansion and keep this spine crawler alive till it gets up. He chases the forces of Huck off for a little bit, but reinforcements being morphed in now from a proxy pylon. Transfusion going down from the Queen, but the Queen dies, and the spine crawler dies, and it looks like this expansion will fall to the Protoss forces of Huck. Wow, great play by Huck. Really good timing on that scouting, taking that Xel'Naga watchtower just in time to spot that before TLO's economy ran away with this game. But TLO is far from out of this game. In fact, he's coming back here with roaches, and okay, he's probably given up on that expansion. He's got Carapace level 1 coming out, and 6 more roaches on the production tab. His income understandably dropped, but look at this, he's not giving up on expanding. He's expanding again down here. And Huck's force is on the move now. Getting onto that creep, he's got to be careful. Doesn't want to get surrounded and cut off. And here we go, Guardian Shield going up, and a couple of these roaches getting picked off, but all these Zealots that come at him will go down. And bad force fields there from Huck. Those ones were better, but those first two were behind the units, and you didn't really want to cut them off yet because he didn't have that battle won. What he wanted to do was separate those units and create a choke, but maybe he thought he had that battle and he didn't quite have it. Good micro though from Huck, taking pot shots at these roaches and taking one down. Excellent play from Huck, picking off those roaches before they could even get in range. And it looks like, oh no, TLO is trying to put that expansion back up, but the stalkers of Huck were up there and preventing anything from happening. What is this? Protoss Shields level 1 being upgraded right now. And a couple stalkers being taken out now. This stalker army against this roach army looks like what it's going to boil down to here. And down goes that expansion. He lost a couple stalkers just because he wasn't paying attention to his micro while he was taking down that expansion. But it was well worth it. You don't want that gold expansion going up if you're Huck. And look at this up here. We've got another proxy pylon. And the Zerglings have spotted it. It looks like Huck might be trying to set up a base up here. And look at, wow, look at TLO expand. Very good play from the little one. And wow, pathogen glands coming out, which means we will see infestors. Pneumatized carapace, which means faster movement speed for overlords. And so we're going to see some infestor roach play, it looks like, with a healthy dose of Zerglings in there. And yeah, that expansion is not going up. TLO says, no. And oh, once again, TLO trying to put this expansion up, but no. And he does cancel it, so he won't lose all his minerals. But he won't get that expansion. And that might be just a distraction to keep Huck from looking down in the corner. at those other two expansions going up. And Zerglings here mixing it up with the Zealots, and Roaches coming in from behind, attacking the Stalkers. And Huck in a little bit of trouble here as TLO comes in with these Roaches, mopping up the Stalkers as he goes. And now he's got the high ground advantage though, and those Roaches better get out of there. Blinking down to give chase, but eventually backing off. So, yeah, it looks like Huck will try and get that expansion up again. And he needs it too, because you can see here TLO's got 4 bases mining right now. So his economy is about to go gonzo bonkers. And nice blink by Huck to get on top of those fast-moving metabolic boost Zerglings and take them down. And TLO doing a great job of spreading the creep here with those creep tumors. And now Huck thinks he's doing a little too good a job spreading the creep, so he's going to come in with an observer and those stalkers and just clean up all these creep tumors. Great play from Huck. And here come those Roaches. Wow. But Huck has blinked up the ramp and he's taken the high ground on TLO's base, but he might have gotten himself in deeper than he originally anticipated. There are a lot of Roaches here in the midst of the base, and Infestors now coming in. It doesn't look like Infestors are throwing down any Infested Terrans or fungal growth, but certainly certainly a little more than Huck bargained for, I think, getting that deep in the base. It was a good play, though, taking the high ground for a moment before he got swarmed, but these Stalkers going to link up with their buddies back at base. The Observer here checking things out. And that battle did briefly distract TLO from the fact that he needs to start saturating these 2 expansions in order to really get his economy cranking. But his economy's cranking pretty well. He's got 162 supply against, oh no, just 116 for TLO, or 116 for Huck. And TLO knows he has the advantage. He's going to start pressing out now. And he wants to take this expansion down. Zerglings running in, then backing off. And I would love to see a fungal growth go down to freeze these Stalkers in place. I'm not really sure what the Infestors are even doing here. I haven't seen them use any of their... Oh, there is fungal growth. I'm sorry. It's hard to see on the Stalkers. But yes, he did throw a fungal growth down to hold them in place. And Stalkers backing up as best they can. But that is a lot of Roaches. And now an Immortal out, but the Immortal way out of position. It's not bunched up with the rest of its units. Good micro, though, by Huck pulling it back. And now warping in a lot of reinforcements, which is what he needs if he wants to keep this expansion alive. And TLO curiously retreating. And nope, he is going to stand and fight. Zerglings there getting into the mix, cutting off a couple of those Stalkers. Excellent Zergling play from TLO. And now this Immortal in the mix, getting hacked on by these Zerglings and a Roach. But it looks like the Immortal will stand and lead the charge against this Zerg force. But that, I have to imagine that Nexus is going to go down. Yes, and the Nexus does fall to these TLO Roaches. And Overseer is morphing in, but in bad position for TLO. And look at this, the Zealots and the Immortal kind of went down the ramp after those Stalkers and decided, hey, we can't take them. And Huck GG's out. Good game. Hey guys, what's up? This is LaserCorn. I just want to remind you to subscribe, comment, and rate these videos. Also, if you have any requests for videos you want to see or just want to say what's up, send that over to requests@mahalo.com. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.